Boom, boom, rocks in the room. And hey, we're going to get into some of the elements of the fear factory. And also, what do the real estate industry and the death industry have in common? I'm slipping off into the macabre today on hot tips for the hot IA and real estate news for real people. If you are a homeowner of the information age, a hot IA, you need to know more about how to maximize the profit on your greatest investment and minimize the stress in the process of buying or selling real estate. Especially if you're interested in knowing more about how to succeed in selling your home on your own, you're in the right place. I'm Rock, Florida, principal change agent and course creator and head coach of the Real Estate Without Agents Masterclass and Coaching Program. I am a defender of home equity and a protector of principles. I've been disrupting the real estate industry for decades, and there are a few universal principles of business, marketing, negotiations that it helps to learn a little bit more about in all of your dealings, quite frankly. And that's what I'm here to share. Everything you need to succeed in selling a house fits on one sheet of paper. It's down below in the links. And also, if you don't want to put up with my guff about all these tips that I'm bringing, you can have the whole eBook, 101 Tips to Successfully Sell Your Home Without Agents. It's in the link below. And today's hot tip for the hot IAs, I think we're to number 38 of 101. And we're going to be getting into the Radon Test. Yesterday, we were talking about getting a professional home inspection as one of the best investments in preparing to sell your home. The Radon Test. Here in Northwest Arkansas, we don't really have a whole lot of cares or concerns about that. But in many areas of the country, it's prevalent. Radon, what is it? It's a naturally occurring element. It's a odorless gas. It's an element that is radioactive and causes lung cancer. And it can be remediated if there is radon. So, I've only, in my 18 years now of real estate practice here in Northwest Arkansas, I've only ever had 2 radon tests actually requested. And there are providers of that in this area, but in many areas, it is more of a concern. So get it tested. If there's any whatsoever a concern at all of naturally occurring radioactive gas in your home that you may be held captive by, check it out. When I was preparing to do this tip and this segment in Real Estate News for Real People today, maybe I should give it a little more consideration and concern. There's plenty to be afraid of in this day and age, but anything that you can do to assure a buyer of a confident purchasing decision, anything that you can provide them saying, hey, listen, we ran a full radon test and there is either no traces, or if there were traces, then you've done what it takes to remediate that. But anything you can do to assure a buyer that there's nothing to be afraid of within your walls and under your roof when you're going about selling it, that is invaluable information, because some folks are concerned. Your job is making sure they're not scared out of their pants. And do me a favor. If you get any value out of this information, if you have an opinion, whatever, like it, dislike it, ask questions, folks. Ask more questions. More and more of us need to humble ourselves and say, I don't know what I don't know. Tell me. Ask me questions, comment, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and feel free to connect with me if you have any needs for service or opinion or counsel. That's what I'm here for. And in Real Estate News for Real People today, what do the real estate and death industry have in common? This is one of those things. I'm just taking off on a bit of a vamp today. When I had a conversation, I've been having a conversation with a new friend of mine who is a death worker, and what she does is, preferably before folks need her, is she prepares folks for a lot of the emotive processes that they're about to undergo when they lose a loved one. And a death doula, death worker, whatever you want to term them as, I've really started assessing a value to her expertise, because what a death worker does is, I will guarantee you the mortality rate still hovering right around 100%. We're all going to die, and you're not taking your real estate with you. Okay. There's no U-Haul trailer on the back of a hearse. And one of the things that happens in the death industry is she comes alongside people and helps them understand a lot of the paperwork that's going to go on, and what of the processes in the funeral arrangements and such. And one of the things that I thought was uncannily similar was in the funeral industry. It's government regulated. Real estate agencies are also regulated. But there is a specific cap that they set for certain service offerings. And what happens in the funeral industry is, when the family comes in and they don't have a plan in place, and they are at the beck and call of the direction of the professional service providers that they have ascribed to, they are then getting upsold that mahogany casket or whatnot, all the accoutrements. I'm here to give you your roses before you're gone. That's one of the things that I've learned recently. But one of the things that goes on about the death industry is that it's a very emotional process. There's a lot of grieving going on. What are your counsel needs and your professional service provisional needs and your other financial arrangements and other estate management professional needs at that point in time? And what she does is comes along, this death worker, death doula friend of mine, comes alongside and makes sure that you have a plan, and that she's there to guide through the process. This is our plan. This is what we need. This is all that we need. And thank you, but no thanks to all the upselling that's going on. And in the real estate space, one of the things that I've found that people just fall victim to is what they don't know, right? Other alternatives. They're hiring somebody they trust. They're being sold on full service. What does that really entail? Break it down for me. And I've just found it uncannily similar. Some of the differences and the similarities between the death industry and the real estate industry, with the fact that they are regulated for a purpose and a reason, and that there's other things that go on within the industry that you may need to be protected from or guided through professionally. So that's what I'm here to share today, is what counter agency intelligence scripts you may need. I've got those. And some of the other upsales or ways that you can go about negotiating downselling the services you may not need when hiring a real estate professional for your buying or selling needs. So that's it for real estate news for real people today. I just really wanted to share that we're all in this together to provide our particular professional expertise and counsel to help benefit and make over the world, as some of my friends in the Advocate of Awesome Space so align. So that's what I'm doing here today. And I really do pray that you take what I have to offer. It's free. everything you need to sell a house fits on one sheet, and the ebook. Come and get it. And I really do pray blessings on you and your house, and make it a great day. All right. Bye-bye.